Okay. All right. We are here. We are here on day 26 of learning Japanese for an hour a day for 30 days, seeing how far we get, what we can learn, how we can do. And today, our plan is pretty simple. That's true for every day. We're going to dive in first with some exercises on can we learn. The hiragana, katakana. We're going to go through this. We've been doing this the last 2 days. We're going to do this for one more day at least. Make sure we can get up to speed, do it quickly, not waste too much time on it. And then we'll pop over to the different conjugations. And I think we're going to try to do the exercises for the different conjugations that are here on this page. And, hopefully that'll help us get where we need to be and help us learn a little bit more. We do need to probably make some flashcards for some of these words, but we'll come around to that. When we will do just like the basic ones, we'll make flashcards for those and then try to go through, make sentences, write a story, do some flashcards and learn it. But for now, best thing to do is what we said we would start out with doing, which is just get better at reading. Because ultimately, we're not getting anywhere if we can't read. If we can't read, that's it. So let's go. To, o, nu, a, yo, me, I, ni. So, I think this is na. Yeah, so, yo, this should be ne, na, ro, mu, ni, ra, na. This should be de. Yeah, great. All right, now we do it in reverse. Ri, n. Yeah, the long one. Wider is n. Da, I, mu, he. Oh no, that was he. Oops. I picked ha. Do, me, you. Also you. N, mo. Is it right? Ku, I, a, mu, e, mo. Cool. Now we're here, single ones. So this is ne, ku, ko. It was ko. Bu, 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 just you on its own. N and sh. This is I. So, me. So, no, te. Yeah. Ni. Re. Su. Te. Se. No. This one is not fu, is it? Fu? Yeah, fu. Ta. Re. A. So. Sa. On the wide. Yeah. Su. Yeah, we're getting better. We really are getting better. So ni. You. Oh, what pairs to you to yo you soyo you soyo? I got the so wrong. You soyo. Yeah. All right. That's fair. I say fair like they have the option to be like, good point. You've persuaded us. Fumuhe ta you shi you u Yota. Oh yeah. Yota. Tsu nani? 是我是我 sorry 是我Mitahi. Ne, right? Isn't this ne hisa? Nahichi. Yeah. I see it. This is ma. I think it's ma. Man. Wan. Ho. I don't know. I get the ma and the ho confused a lot. Shi. He. He. き、天気。るつお、そ、いやよ。Yao. Yeah, yo. It's weird that they don't recognize the ya on that, but that's or they don't at least. Maybe they're not supposed to. I don't know. Yadi. Oh right. Yadi. Me mu me ma. Immediately losing all that confidence. Woma. Woma. Tsurumi. Se maki. Wo ka me mi ta mi. Kihi. Sokihi. Soki. Misao. Michio. Right. I don't know. I got the saws and the cheese sometimes just flip to my head. Sorry. Yeah. Hiro. Fu. De. Ya. De. Reyate. Avrayate. Rayate. The wider one. Wider one is sh. Sh. Yo. Shiyonu. Shiyone. Na i. Sh. Naitsu. Mate. Two. This one's the sh. Sh mi wa. Sh mi wa. Sh wide. How do we come up with that? Sh you wide. Sh you a wide smile. Like shit, you a wide smile. Okay, we'll go with that. Yota. Yotata. Ru u I ni. Was it Ra or Ray? Ni Ra me? Ni Fume. Oh, it is Fu. Fu. Manui. Ukote. Sa moon. Saman. Ma. As in ma. We'll just come up with a little ma. Like where the little arm there. It's like a little arm with a hand. Ma. Ro he tsu. Ra tsu se ko ma. Sekuma. Wani. Ho. Wani ho. Okay. Unema. Yani. I hope this doesn't get mad at me for the Y. Yanida. Seyo. Osa. Osata. That's not ta. Sada? Yeah. Osaha. Ha. Ha's one, ho is two. Rusomu. Musoma. Rusoma. Isn't that what I typed? Oh, I typed in Rusoma. It's Rusuma. Right. Mi hiki. Mo ya shi. Ro he mi. Isn't that ku mo ni? One wide is the n, or is it so? It's n. Intayo. Unkeyo. K comes up. K has the arm for both of them. To nu. Toine. Shi fu. Metsua. Metsure. Ke wo ne ru ro. Wo nuro. Hireyo. Rayumi. mu, right? Mu, shin, wa, to, o, mo, ne, nu, hi, ya, se, he says se. Oh yeah, he says se. Re, I, mochi, ro. Well, that goes down. So, what pairs with so? Rosara? Yeah. Aniru. Yaniru. Okay, fine. Fumayo. Romeni. U. So. Usaha. Tekase. Takase. Takase. Yeah. Umuru. Rira. Ne. Rirene. Rirene. Okay. Sonayo? Sonayo. Sonayo. Woyohi. Wayuhi. Damn. Esa. Isasa. Isasa. Kewayo. Kyu. Ehoto. Yu. Kake. Kokake. Yeah, I do that one all the time. I don't know why. Ri. I. Ri. That one did the ya. All right, kind of arbitrary, whatever. Yeah. Well, yeah. I really don't get when they want one or the other. To, chi, mu, ro, re, wa, ri, shi, he, horuhi, moruhi. Right. That one was just maybe dumb. Saya ni, keruka, mi, na, sa? No. Misa. No, it's not sa. It's na, isn't it? Minao. Hoya. Ne. Inma. Na. Shi. No, nakishi. Nakishi. All right. Not bad. Not great, not bad. Faster than last time, though. We are still getting better. We are still getting better, and that is always worth acknowledging in a good way. Always worth acknowledging in a good way. So now that we've got that done, where do we go from here? Well, I think what we're going to do is slide this over. Go to practice exercises. Okay, so this is the one we did yesterday. We'll go back to the lesson. Let's go to negative verbs. And let's do you want to do the practice exercise for this? Now let's reread the lesson. And then we'll do negative verbs and see if we can start learning some of them in the process. Maybe I'll make flashcards, then we can do them tomorrow for the words and for the conjugations, but because I'm starting to follow the basic grammar, I just don't think I know enough of the conjugations, which is, to be fair, a huge portion of this. Negating verbs. Now that we've seen how to declare things and perform actions with verbs, we want to be able to say the negative. In other words, we want to say that such and such action, was not performed. Fine. Verbs are negated by conjugating to their negative form, just like the state of beings are for nouns and adjectives. However, the rules are a tad more complicated. All right. We will not make use of the verb classifications we learned in the last section to define the rules of conjugation. But before we get into that, we need to cover one more very important exception to negative conjugation rules: the verb aru. Aru is an u verb used to express the existence of inanimate objects. For example, if you want to say that a chair is in the room, you use the verb aru. Right? The equivalent verb for animate objects, such as people or animals, is iru. So aru and iru, which we are familiar with, which is a normal ru verb. For example, if you want to say that a person is in the room, you must use the verb iru, not aru. Makes sense? These two verbs, aru and iru, are quite different from all other verbs because they describe existence are not actual action. You might also have to go through the bother picking the right one for inanimate and animate objects. Okay, hopefully that's not too complicated though. I think the difference will just be which words we consider to be animate or inanimate, right? Which is fine. Anyway, the reason I bring it up here is because the negative of aru is nai, meaning something does not exist. Remember, this is an exception, so do not apply the normal rules of negation to this verb. So the negative, of aru is nai. Okay. Here are the rules for all the verbs. To negate a ru verb, we simply drop ru and add nai. For u verbs, it may be helpful to see the romanized version of the verb. You simply drop the u vowel sound and add anai. Or, more preferably, you can refer back to the hiragana table. Take the last hiragana character, which will always be the uro, move up 2 columns and replace it in the aro. For example, ku becomes ka. I feel like the romanization is a little bit easier to visualize here, but I guess probably we have to write it differently too, which is a little bit important. Yeah, like we go from let's see, that's nomu. So we go from nomu to nona and then nonai. So we have to like look for it. Okay, so important exception for this rule is verbs that end in u. You must substitute the da for the u, ra for u, and na a, as the rule would suggest. Okay, ra for u and na a. So okay. We also have to memorize the conjugations for the 2 exception verbs, and aru. The following table will show the conjugation for sample verbs and the exception verbs. Okay. So for ru verbs, we say to conjugate ru verbs to their negative, drop the ru and attach nai to the result. So I think let's test our memory. I think the way we said sight was meru. It's miru. So we go from miru to minai. So drop the ru and add nai. So just write. We're gonna write on a note sheet. Drop u, add nai. Okay. Fairly straightforward and doable. And then to go out was, I don't remember to go out. What is this one? To come out, excuse me. To come out, which is an important distinction. Deru. So we go from deru to denai. To conjugate u verbs to the negative, we replace the u character with the a sound equivalent besides u, which becomes ra, and then we attach nai. So this is, yeah, so we said nomu becomes, goes from nomu to noma to nomai. Nomu, nomai, nomu, nomai. And then, so this was tsu one. So tsu to the ta. The ta. So this was matsu. Did I say that one again? Matsu. Matsu. And matsu becomes, yeah, so that's matsu. Matsu becomes, how do we say? Mata. So to the ta. To ta. To ta. The matsu to matsunai. I kind of feel like that should get included up there, but I guess it's because of the table thing. One important exception is verbs that end in u, which replace u with ra, and that is ra, right? Wa. Oh no, udo wa. Ooh, I goofed. It's not ra, it's wa. Udo wa and not a. Wa. Wa. Which means wa and a are not that far. So this is uh hiro. So hiro becomes hiro wa. So hiro wa nai. There should be hiro wa nai. Hiro wa nai. Don't pick up. Hiro wa nai. So uh this is okay, so taberu. Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, how we're reading it. Taberu becomes tabenai. What was where? Where is taku? Taku? Really? Takuru? Is that how you say where? Kiru. Oh, it's kiru. Oh, it's a different reading. Okay, kiru. Kiru becomes probably kinai. Kinai. Not wearing. What is our reading here? Shinjiru. Shinjiru becomes shinjinai. Shinjinai. Just sleep. I think this is naru, right? Neru. Nerai. Nenai. Get up. Okiru. I should have done the reading for that one. Okiru. Okinai. We just said to go out, which I immediately forgot, or to come out. Deru. 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 This is when I need the flashcards. Deru. This is to hang. So, kataru becomes katanai. Kataru. Kakeru. Kakeru. Oh, I didn't see that was ke. Kakeru. Oh, the small font makes the K hard to see. You can see it bigger there, but that's actually just a mistake on my reading end because there's no versions equivalent. To throw away is suteru, suteru, and then to investigate. Shiraberu. So shirabenai, shirabenai. Example U verbs. Okay, these ones have the hanasu, hanasanai, kiku, kikanai, oyoku, oyoganai, osobu, osobanai, matsu, matsunai, matsu. Oh, because it's not matsu, it's matsu, matsunai, matsu. So this is matsu, matsunai, nomu, nomanai, naoru, noranai, naoranai, shinu, shinanai, and kao becomes kawanai, kao becomes kawanai. I see how that one kind of happens. The exception of suru, which becomes suru becomes shinai, suru, shinai, would not do, and kuru becomes iku, or sorry, kuru becomes konai, and aru becomes night. All right, let's do the practice exercises for this. We're going to just try to conjugate all of these. How do I make it? I don't know how to make this go further to the. How to make this go further to the left. Do this. So let's see. Let's just copy this table. Oh, we can do it that way too. And then watashi wa. Okay, cool. Okay, so we need to type these through. Okay. So you were, Let's try, and we can actually use this as an opportunity to try to remember some of them. So to go out was deru. So this becomes denai. So denai. It's kind of funny. We have a little bit of the, if we get it right, we actually get the confirmation built in because the language keyboard gets to be like, yes, you've done it right. Suru became, Suru was something weird, wasn't it? It was an exception. Suru became, I think it was still nai, but what was at the front of it? I don't remember what was at the front. Was it Suru? I don't think it was sunai. I think it was Suru sonai. Anai. Enai. No, it wasn't Enai. Inai. I don't remember what this one was. Nanai. Sunai. I don't think it was Sunai. All right, we're gonna just Sadu. We'll just come back. We'll just take this one as an L. I don't know what's, I don't know what that one is. This was Kau. So U becomes Wa. So this is Ka wa nai. Oh, whoops. Not that one. This one. Ka wa nai. This is to go out, right? Which I think was ikuru. So I think this is ikunai. No. Gokuru. Goru. Suru. Not suru. It wasn't, hold on, it wasn't kuru, right? Iru. Naru. I don't know. We had to take XX. It's gonna become, I don't know how we say the first one, but it would be the first one, and then nai, and then we're gonna put XX next to it for like, we got that. We'll put one X next to it because we got partially wrong. Taberu becomes tabenai. This was to enter, right? To enter was what was to enter? No, this was hold on, this one was to this was to sell, this was to buy, wasn't it? To buy is so kiru or karu. Why am I so close? I'm so close to it. I feel like we're gonna stop doubting ourselves. We'll just accept our answers as we have them. Edit, redo. To go out. Iru. Ikuru. Ikuru. No, we already said it's not ikuru. Well, it's eat night, but we don't know. If we type the X, we can actually just get X. Okay. Okay. to come. I feel like this is a two-parter, but I'm gonna just say I don't remember it offhand. But this is a nai one. Oh man. Oops. It's a shame we don't know. This should be moot. Is this no moot? So no moot becomes no ma. So it's no mai. No ma. No manai. Oh no, sorry, no manai. No manai. I feel good about that one. Shiaberu. Shiaberu. Well, shiaberu would be shiabenai. So, shiabenai. Shiabenai. Maybe that's supposed to get turned and they didn't because they didn't want to give us a 2 reading one. We'll hard guess on that. Reading was miru. So minai. The cut. Oh. Kuru. Koru. Su. Oops. I don't know. I don't remember what the cut was. But this is also nai one. Yeah. This one. I don't remember what this one is. To go home. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I need to put the X's here. This is one X. This is another X. And you are kaku. So kakanai. Kiku, right? Is it kiku or kaku? Kiku. We'll use the real time feedback. I'll do it. Kitsuku. 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 Kotsuku. Is that kiku? Kiku. Kiku. How do I say this one? This is to write, but all right. Well, we'll take half credit if we get the ku becomes a ka ganai. So this is just ganai. Oops, ganai. All right. So let's see how we did. Show all answers. Then we'll just highlight it with their color. So they gave us that one, so that doesn't really matter. We got the next one, golden. The right answer was she. That was what we were missing. She nai. Red. Let's also just change. What am I doing? Let's just color it black. Give ourselves like a little bit of sanity here. Done. What else? Okay. Great. We got that. Should also, we'll unhighlight. Oops. We'll unhighlight all of these so we at least don't have them like erroneously marked in any way. Okay. So this becomes ooh. 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 How the hell did we get ooh? What the shit? What the hey? What the hey am I looking at? Udu. Udu. This one's to sell. The other one was to buy. Right? I totally goofed on that too. Buy. Oh man, I'm ashamed of myself. Udu. The udu. Just udu, and udu becomes uranai. Was that an exception they listed? Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back to the lesson. Uh, do, just changes to night. To conjugate u verbs that are negative. Verbs that end in u. Got wa. But I don't think there was anywhere in this where we talked about ru to u. Exceptions for this particular conjugation. But I feel like that can't be held against me. Man, that was, I mean, maybe I just missed it here, but I don't think I see anywhere where we talk about that switch occurring. So that's just too bad. But that's fine. So we have this switch from ru to ra here. Ooh, maybe it's different. Maybe it's different because uru starts at the u. I don't know. Ohio. How's it going? How you doing? I'm doing mid personally. I'm getting played by this course again, but didn't really mention the exception, and then we're like, haha, bet you didn't know the exception, nerd. I'm like, okay, but why didn't we include it? Maybe this is here and I just don't see it, but I don't see that character anywhere. So it goes. Yeah, they only have the u exceptions. They have one where it says ru to. Yeah. Notice it's a bit huge difficulty. I'm getting played by it. We're gonna put a question. We'll put this in pink, magenta. I don't know what's up with that. Taberu. We can check the other ones though. We'll at least take the maybe there's a rule that we just don't know about, but taberu becomes tabenai. That's cool. Got that one. Okay, so I didn't know how to say this one. What is this one? Hairanai. Hairu. Okay, so hairu is enter. Let's to is that still locked in like that? To enter. Hairu. Not to enter. To not enter. Hairanai koto. Okay, well, ignore the koto here, but the hairanai versus just hairu. So maybe there is like a root exception, but I don't. I still don't see what they're looking for. These two both. Okay, so now you're gonna get. I need a different. Go with this light purple, because it's better on my eyes. There's this like a common exception between the two of these where we're talking about going from ru to ra and then ranai, but I don't understand what makes that the case at all. Like, why would we assume those ones suddenly play by a different rule set? Because we have like this, right? Deru. Deru. Why does deru not become deranai? I just don't follow. We'll look it up in a minute. I'm a little miffed about the lack of explanation. Unless it's supposed to just be like memorize that it's different, bud. But that's not like a. I don't know. I don't think it's a reliable system. Okay, so we forgot how to say this one. You are konai. That one's just straight wrong, but that's all right. Okay, you became konai. Oh, sorry. Change the font, not the highlight. Okay. So nomu nomanai. Cool. Shibaru became Shibaru Shibaru. Sorry, Shiaberanai. Yeah, Shiaberanai. Oh, sorry, Shaberanai. And how do we say that? Was it the same thing? Oh no, I just assumed. Okay, we'll mark that as wrong then. Oof. All or nothing. I think I picked characters assuming that's what it was going to and not leaving it. Maybe that only gets written as hiragana. And then we said, what was this? Miru becomes, do we get that right? Minai. Great. We'll at least take that. Minai. And then this is another one that turns. Why do you turn also? What's going on here? What's our common theme? Kiru. Maybe it's the ease. This is kiru, right? So let's look at the ones that turned here. Kiranai is how this should be written. Oops. Kiranai. This was kiru. This was kuru. No, it's not that then. The super one being wrong is fine. And you are uru. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, we'll Google it in a minute then. And this one is one that turns as well. And then we got the last one, but I didn't remember how to say it. So we're going to mark it, highlight in yellow. How do you say you? What are you? You are kaku. 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 Okay. So let's just look this up now. Yeah. Why do, that's in all caps. Why, all caps. I do some Japanese ru words. Negative conjugation. Whatever, it'll work. Let's check out this page. Wasabi Japan. Let's find out if Wasabi Japan has the answers. Got fun little pictures though. They're singing. Yes, that is to sing. So we learn how to use adjectives by using ga. But u-verbs and ru-verbs. Okay. So we have the casual polite switch. Okay, miru, minai. This one makes sense. All right, so let's go through here. Japanese verbs always contain two parts, a verb base and a suffix. Grammatically, verb bases are called stems. In the above example, miru, the stem, the suffix is ru, becomes a plain form. This is the reason why miru is categorized into ru verbs. There are some terms to call this ichiban verbs, via verbs, and group 2. Wasabi has adopted ru verbs, okay? Ru verbs become polite form when you replace ru with mas. So, mimasu, imasu, imasu, tabemasu, gotaimasu. Okay, that makes sense. Become negative when we replace ru with nai or masen. So, minai, mimasen, kinai, kimasen, nai, imasen, tabenai, tabemasen, gotenai, gotemasen. Okay, this all makes sense. All right, this game. This is how verb conjugations work. Okay, let's skip over it. But u verbs. Well, we'll read through and we'll just double check all the polite forms and stuff. So kaku becomes kakimasu. Kakanai becomes kakimasen. U verbs are the same as ru verbs. The difference is just the suffix. In the above example, kaku, the stem is kak, the suffix is u. Be careful. It's not necessarily that u verbs end with the hiragana u. It's that the last vowel has to be u, and hence the character can be written ku, su, tsu, tu or tsu, nu, or even ru. So, okay, so ru verbs u verbs does include ru verbs. Okay. That's big. But let's check more examples. There's some terms to call this verb. Goran, C stem, group 1. Sabi's adopted u verbs. So replace, and then these go the same way where it's u or imasu, or imasu, sorry, kaki. So it's kaku or kakimasu, anasu, hanasimasu, hanasimasu. So this, hanasimasu, the thing we say hanasu, hanashimasu. Oh, because so then this is a sh that's read as a s. Okay. Tatsu becomes tatsimasu. I don't know if they're trying to say that we should be saying t or chi, like if this is supposed to go from tatsu or to tatsimasu or tatsu to tatsimasu. Probably tu and t. Shinu, shinimasu, shiru, shirimasu. Okay. Ganai, kakimasen, hanasimasen, tatsimasen, shinimasen. Okay. You now know how to make the polite negative forms. Drink more water, though. Okay, so now know how to make the polite negative form of the Japanese verbs, yet you may wonder how to identify which category verbs belong to. I do, actually. I do wonder. Ru verbs always end with ru. If a verb doesn't end with ru, then it will always be u. Right? In regard with verbs ending with ru, you should look up your dictionary because they can be either. Okay, so you just have to know. All right. We'll just have exceptions. And then we have the u to wa pipeline. So for example, ka becomes kawanai or kaimasen. So it's only, oh, this is interesting. Wa line has only wa and other combinations such as we, wait, don't work and it will remain i, u, e, and o. O is regarded as o in verb conjugations. Therefore, they will conjugate in the negative form as above. Here are the other verbs. So, you becomes iwanai. To meet is what is, I can't even read that. That's so tiny. Awanai. And utawanai. I'm gonna copy this down. Is this the table? The exceptions are kiru and suru. Kuru and suru. Kuru becomes kuru kimasu, konai kimasen, which we should just copy down again because this is going to come up all the time. Fine. And suru, shimasu, shinai, shimasen. As you can see, the stems vary depending on the form. You have to memorize the irregularity. In Japanese, as though there are like a million other regular ones apparently, suru is a very helpful verb because you can oftentimes, and always, make a noun into a verb by connecting it with suru. For example, you can say, how do we say this? This looks like school. Let's take out the second part of that. Benkyo. Let's study. Benkyo. To study. Okay, so you say like benkyo suru is like to study. So if I was like Okay, I see how we're doing it. Okay, so 勉強 or it's just study. So I could say like switch over. I could say probably like why are we so to switch? 私は勉強する is I study. And then if I was like saying to someone who's above me, I could say, anatta, can I do that? Anatta? Anatta? How do we say anatta wa? Or is it ano? What's you? I think it's anatta. Yeah, anatta. Anatta wa. I have to do ana. Ah, anatta wa. Ben Kyo. Thank you. How do I write? How do I write to study? It was benkyo. Okay. Benkyo. Maybe I just write benkyo. Okay, we do just write that as one. We don't need to write that as the two. Benkyo shimasen. Very politely saying you don't study. Yeah. あとは勉強しません. Let me see if that translates the same way there. あなたは勉強しない. Oh, they took away the politeness. あなたは勉強しない or あなたはする。あなたは勉強する。あなたは勉強しない。Oh, it's all probably also it's probably ben kyo. Ben kyo. Yeah, okay. It probably does have the oo at the end, right? Yeah, it's probably ben kyo. Interesting. Exhausting, but interesting all the same. What are the other examples of ways we can combine that? Where's that web page? Okay. Background looks very orangey. Pink. Okay. So we can combine it. So let's add those other words to our list here too. So this was also to prepare. So that is said as yoi. Reserve. We'll just include that. Okay, and we'll have to acknowledge that those are the readings right after it. And then particular exceptions to the negative form. So there are sometimes particular exceptions within a form. You also need to memorize them. Awesome. Here you will have one exception. So u, to exist inanimate, goes from aru to arimasu. And nai goes to arimasen. For aru, okay, aru. When you make the negative form in casual tone, you delete the stem and add night. Okay. Negative colloquial expression. So, as you learned it with state of being and adjectives, you can express the verb negative form in polite tone by attaching this with night. Although they are mostly used in conversations, you should be familiar with them. Okay, so these are common. Are they saying these are common ways to do this? Uh, this was. We're gonna have to sort that out later, but that's fine. So like, minai des. This is minai des. This is kakanai des. Minai des. Kakanai des. I think that's a typo. Kakanai des. Kunai des. Verb negative form. We consider just nai des. So nai des. Nai des. Okay, I kind of want to see this in context, but that's okay. Japanese verbs are categorized into ru verbs and u verbs based on suffixes. You can make the polite and negative form by replacing suffixes in verb conjugations. A line is regarded as wa. Okay, and this is the ut to wa switch. There are exceptions though. Deru, or sorry, suru and kuru, where aru is the exception in the negative form. In this article, you have learned what u verbs and ru verbs are. Mostly, your brain will be fried and you will feel like a big dummy. Okay. Acceptable. Understandable, even. Exhausting, though, let me tell you. We will finish defining all the basic properties of verbs by learning how to express the past and negative. Okay, so what we need to do is just let's skim through this and then let's go to the practice exercises. Is that the best way to do this? Because we already know it's just an additional set for everything with the exceptions noted, and then the other ones that we have to just memorize are different, which are like these baddies right here. Could do it that way. So if we change u verb from dictionary form, the past tense is difficult because we must break up the u verbs into 4 additional categories. Yeah, but it's the same 4 as before, right? It's still going to just be the positive regular, the positive polite, the negative regular, the negative polite. Those should be more or less the same as before. The table below illustrates the different subcategories. In addition, there is one exception to the rule, which is the verb. Oh, curses. I forgot this one already. Is this iku? Verb iku. So iku is another exception, which we've read over before. Okay, so iku is another exception, and we'll add it to our other list of exceptions here. Been bundled together with the regular exception verbs, which is helpful. Suru and kuru, even though iku is a regular verb and u verb in all other conjugations. Okay, so what are we looking at? Su is su in the non-past. We know this. Su becomes, is this shita? Shita? Oh yeah, okay. These are the shita, shita, shite, u, to. Okay, so that's interesting. So ku here goes to shita, and then gu goes to shite. Okay. Okay. Does that trend? I was wondering if like the trend goes with the other diacritics, but I think we have to just like continue to memorize this between the two group of them, right? Because we have like mu and we have nde, nde for all of these. And then we're looking at more or less the same affair for these as well. So ru becomes te, and then u and tsu are also that. Okay, so this is just the table. We have to just understand the table. Yeah. All right, we're gonna pause here. I think we've gone through quite a bit. I think this was a more to think about today than I was not that I was ready for, but it was quite a bit today to think about today. But for now, It's been good. Uh, oh, I'm frozen. Frozen. That's very cool. I will fix that. Where are you? There we go. Cool post to freeze me on, but not very helpful. Anyway, now that that happened, yeah, good day today. We did do a good job clearing the Kana quiz. So I think we're making good progress. But for now, thanks for tuning in, and